I'd 1,191 valid public watch hours. Slowly, it started to go down. One day, I checked again. 1,185. Then later, 1,179. Then 1,172. And today, 1,166. I didn't delete any videos. I didn't hide any videos. Nothing went viral and then died. Nothing got a copyright strike. But my watch hours keep shrinking. And I keep asking myself, what is going on? Am I being punished? Is the system broken? Or is this just how it works, behind the scenes? Numbers go up, numbers go down, and nobody tells you why. You spend hours making videos, recording, editing, uploading, optimizing titles, thumbnails, descriptions. You reply to comments. You post on social media. You stay up late watching tutorials on how to grow. You imagine the day you finally hit 4,000 watch hours, monetization, ad revenue, the dream. And then one day you notice it, that tiny little number in your analytics, the one you check every morning, the one that decides if your dream is getting closer or further away. 1,191 watch hours. It feels like progress. It feels like proof that all your work is slowly adding up. But then, without warning, it starts to disappear. 1 hour gone, 2 hours gone, 10 hours gone, 25 hours gone. And you sit there staring at the screen, refreshing the page, refreshing your faith, refreshing your patience, as your watch hours melt away. And you whisper to yourself, does anyone know what is going on? Here's the thing nobody told us when we started. Watch hours are not permanent. They live inside a rolling 12-month window. Every single day, the system looks back exactly 365 days, and it only counts what's inside that window. If somebody watched your video 366 days ago, that watch time disappears today. Not because you did something wrong, not because your channel is cursed, not because the platform hates you, but because the clock keeps moving, day after day. It's like you're walking up a downward escalator. You climb, you push, you sweat, you gain 10 steps, but the stairs under your feet are sliding back, slowly, quietly, stealing the progress you made yesterday. So when a big spike of views you got last year slips past that 365-day line, those watch hours fall off the edge. And your total drops. Even if you're still making videos, even if you're still getting views, even if you're working harder than ever, you're not just chasing a number. You're racing against time. And here's the part that hurts the most. Nobody explains this clearly at the beginning. We just see the requirements. 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. We think, okay, I just have to hit that number once. We think our watch hours are like a high score. Once we unlock it, we're in. But it's not a high score. It's a treadmill. Once you understand that, everything changes. That drop from 1,191 to 1,166 might simply mean this. Around this time last year, you had a few good days. Maybe one video did pretty well. Maybe people binge-watched your content for a weekend. Those watch hours counted. All year long. They sat quietly behind your total, making you feel like you were steadily climbing. But now those days have expired. They're older than 12 months, so the system lets them go, and your number falls. And it feels like failure, but it might just be math. Here's what's really happening when that number goes down. Every day, two things happen at once. Yesterday's watch time gets added. Last year's watch time from the same date gets removed. If you want your number to go up, your new watch time today has to beat the old watch time from 1 year ago. If you had a lucky spike last year, it will be hard to beat. And when that spike falls out of the window, your total dips. You aren't failing. You're comparing your present to your past peak on a moving ruler. This is why some creators feel like they're stuck. They're not stuck. They're just replacing old success with new success. And it doesn't always look like growth on a single line. So when you say, I had 1,191 valid public watch hours. Now I have 1,166. Does anyone know what is going on? Yes, something is going on. Your old watch time is expiring. Your new watch time is fighting to keep up. And this is normal. Annoying, but normal. Now, what do you do with this? You could give up. You could say, the system is against me. The platform is broken. What's the point? Or you could decide to understand the game you're playing. You could stop watching that number like it's your heartbeat and start watching something else. The people, the comments, the moments where someone tells you, your video helped me. Your video made my day a little better. Because here's the truth. The watch hour counter is cold. It doesn't see the late nights. It doesn't see how nervous you were to upload your first video. It doesn't see the courage it takes to keep creating when nobody is watching. It just counts minutes. It just moves forward in time. But your viewers, they see you. They feel you. They remember you. They don't remember if they watched for 4 minutes or 14. They remember how you made them feel. In the long run, that is the only thing that lets watch hours grow consistently. Not hacks, not tricks, not chasing the algorithm, but creating something that makes people say, I want to watch another one, and another, and another. So if your watch hours are dropping, say this out loud. My worth is not shrinking. My creativity is not shrinking. My potential is not shrinking. What is shrinking is an old snapshot of time. The past is sliding off the chart, making room for what I create next. Yes, it's scary to see the number go down. Yes, it's frustrating when you feel like you are running in place. But remember, no one gets to 4,000 watch hours by accident. They get there by showing up again and again and again, even when the graph dips, even when the trend line looks ugly, even when it feels like nobody cares, even when you open your analytics and think, what is going on? Here's what's going on. You are in the messy middle. You are in the part of the story people usually skip. They show you the before, 0 subscribers. Then they show you the after, 100,000 subscribers, monetized, success. They cut out the weird part in the middle, where the watch hours go up, then down, then sideways. They cut out the part where they stare at the screen and doubt everything. You are living in that cutout part right now, the part nobody likes to show. But this is where your story is being written, not when you hit 4,000 hours. Now, right now, in the confusion, in the questions, in the tiny decision to keep going, even when you feel invisible. So what can you do? First, breathe. You are not alone. Thousands of small creators are watching the same line go up and down, wondering the same thing. What is going on? Second, shift your focus from the last 12 months to the next 12 months. Ask yourself, what kinds of videos can I make that people will still want to watch a year from now? Not just today, not just because it's trending this week, but because it solves a problem, tells a story, makes someone laugh, helps someone feel less alone. Those are the videos that keep earning watch time, month after month, year after year. Third, let go of the idea that progress must be a straight line. Think of it like the stock market. It goes up, it goes down, but what matters is the long-term direction. Zoom out. Look at your journey not in days, but in years. Where could you be if you keep learning, keep improving, keep uploading for the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Most people won't last that long. They'll quit in the messy middle. They'll quit right here when their watch hours fall from 1,191 to 1,166. But you don't have to quit. You can decide that this drop is not a verdict. It's information. It's a reminder that watch hours are temporary, but your growth as a creator is permanent. So the next time you open your analytics and your heart sinks and you see that number tick down, say this to yourself: the platform is doing its job. Time is doing its job. Now it's my turn to do mine. My job is not to control the number. My job is to make videos I'm proud of, to learn from each upload, to experiment, to fail, to try again, to find my people. If you're watching this right now and your watch hours are dropping, this is not the end of your channel. This is the awkward middle chapter, the chapter where you feel small, where your growth is quiet, invisible, slow. But just because it's slow doesn't mean it's not real. Every new viewer, every returning viewer, every genuine comment is a seed. You plant it now, you nurture it, you water it with consistency, you let time pass, and one day you open your analytics and the number looks different, not because you wished for it, but because you kept showing up when it didn't. So, what is going on with your watch hours? They're telling you a story about where you were a year ago, a story about what's expiring, and a story about what you still have the power to create. Don't panic. Don't give up. Understand the rules. Then play the long game. You had 1,191 watch hours. Now you have 1,166. Tomorrow, you might have a little less, or a little more. But if you keep going, keep learning, keep making something worth watching, one day you'll look back at this moment, at this little drop in the graph, at this question, does anyone know what is going on? And you'll smile, because you'll know. This was simply the part of your story where you refused to quit.